Welcome back to Flashpoint. Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools says it desperately needs a $2.5 billion bond package to pass next month. The district looking to fund 30 different projects to help enhance schools and improve facilities. But not everybody is on board. Joining us now is Ricky Woods. He is the senior minister of First Baptist Church West and among a group of African-American pastors opposing the bonds. Dr. Woods, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
First question, simplest one. Why are you coming out so vocally? I know I saw a piece from you in the op-ed last week in the Observer, so vocally against this proposal.
Well, we didn't just come to this point right away. I started reaching out to CMS staff, county staff as early as March of this year, lobbying them, asking them not to present a bond package for this upcoming year. For a number of reasons. I was concerned about the property valuations before they came out. I was concerned about the rise in interest rates and concerned that we were just coming out of a pandemic and that this was just not a good time to present a bond. I think the city was considering a transportation bond. It paused, and I thought it made sense for CMS and the county to pause on any bond package that it would offer this year as well.
And did you get any response from any of the school leaders that you spoke with?
Not a positive response.
What kind of response would you describe it?
Well, we had several different groups that were meeting with them. Primarily those concerns were around student achievement. The conversations around the lobbying and asking them not to do a bond did not come into later in the discussions with them, much earlier with county and county commissioners and county staff in terms of seeking to lobby them. But we just couldn't get any traction on that and did not pay attention to those arguments.
In that Observer piece that you wrote, under the current conditions, passage of the bond package is bad public policy. It will make Charlotte less affordable for the very people it's intended to serve. Could you not make the argument, though, that better schools would attract the new businesses and new opportunities to Charlotte that help out those same people?
Better schools won't do that. Better academic outcomes will. We have schools. The issue is academic outcomes. And what I have been arguing is that CMS needs an investment, but it needs an investment that will improve academic outcome. CMS has 59 low-performing schools now. They went from 42 to 59. Over half of all of the schools that we have in CMS have a B or F rating. The community should be up in arms about that. They should be outraged. And to ask for another $2.5 billion building project when we have not demonstrated the ability to educate the children that we have in here and get them on grade level, it's just not right.
Take a listen. The superintendent was on last week, Dr. Crystal Hill, about what she sees as why this bond needs to pass. Take a listen.
Issuing a bond, says our county partners, this is actually the cheapest way to do it. We know that construction costs are rising. You know, what used to cost us back in 2009 for a high school, it's now almost double or triple that amount.
She makes the case that this is going to cost no matter when we do it, and if we wait to go down the road a little bit longer, it's only going to get more expensive. You disagree?
I do disagree because I am not sure that we're going to continue to see student growth at CMS. CMS's enrollment has been on a constant decline over the last 6 to 7 years. It's gone from about 144,000 to a little less than 140,000 students now. Their net growth for the entire year, this academic year, is only 208 students. Given what the General Assembly in the state of North Carolina has done with the opportunity scholarships, taking off the income caps means that more parents can select to send their children to private school, to a religious school, or to a charter school using public dollars to do so. I think that's going to be a game changer in the state. The other issue that I have is that CMS has built new schools and then turned right around and closed those schools. So what assurances can they provide to the community that we won't see the building of new schools, this huge investment, and then all of a sudden those schools are closed like they did at Lincoln Heights and Waddale, and I believe also Druid Hills.
You talk about academic outcomes being the most important thing, but while acknowledging also that some of the buildings need some help. Given your concerns about tax hikes affecting lower income communities. What do you see as then the proper solution to, yes, improve academic outcomes, but also get CMS the funding it needs to take care of some of these more pressing facility issues?
Well, I think what would be helpful and could help CMS's cause is if they would tell the community what they do with the $20 million that they get each year for maintenance. Built into the budget each and every year is $20 million for maintenance. Over the last year, they got actually $50 million in maintenance. So if you're getting $20 to $50 million in maintenance each year, surely you can use those dollars to do some of those repairs. I think the other thing that CMS has to do is to do like children do with their Christmas lists. When you have brothers and sisters, you don't get to get everything on your Christmas list. You have to prioritize your list. You have to determine what is it that you want more than anything else, and then your parents make a decision about what they can afford to do based upon the other children that they have to take care of. The county has more needs than just schools, and whereas schools are an important component, we have to understand that there are other competing needs within the county. And a $2.5 billion bond package, if it passes, I believe that Secretary of Treasury Dale Farwell indicated that the county then would have more debt than the entire state of North Carolina.
You've talked about charter schools and religious-based schools and how they're performing better and they're getting more support actually from the General Assembly. Would you like to see state lawmakers step up and help public schools out more?
Well, for me, yes, the answer to that is yes, and then I see that an investment in teacher pay, because I think that there is a great need to increase the compensation for teachers, and where there was a modest increase that teachers received and state employees received this year, it didn't compare to the increase that the state Supreme justices received. I think theirs was 17%, whereas teachers only got somewhere around 7% over a 2-year period. So I think the state does need to pay teachers more. But I think the greatest needs to be around recruitment, the state indicating the importance of the need for departments of education in schools. Schools are struggling to get students to major in education. We are seeing schools of education close, and I think the state could do something about helping to shore that up.
All right, Ricky Woods, Senior Minister over at First Baptist Church West. Pastor, thanks for coming on. We appreciate chatting.
Thanks for having me.
All right, more Flashpoint after this.